What's up, everybody? It's Brain Prince from the Bottom Feeders 2 clan, coming at you again today with some more ridiculous duel action against Stirme from the Espanoles clan, playing a Royal Giant deck. He is using a log, the baby dragon, the Royal Giant, fireball, 3 elixir minions, the Inferno Dragon, the Mega Minion, and this Stirme, going against myself using the 3 elixir minions, the Ice Golem, the Hog Rider, Zap, Musketeer, Barbarian Hut, Mortar, Fireball. This turns out to be a deck without any legendary cards in it. It turns out to be the deck that I've been having my most success with lately. So, not only is it a deck with no legendary cards, it's also the deck that I've been using a lot lately. So, to break down my deck for you, I'm going to give you a general idea why I'm playing the cards that I'm playing. I have the minions in there specifically for a cheap counter to the 5 elixir graveyard spell. It's a great counter to that spell, and once you find out that your opponent doesn't have that card, you can use it for other purposes as well, of course. The Ice Golem I use to do my pig pushes with my Hog Rider. He also will take out an entire crew of skeleton army, and his death damage will also take the minions down to a point where my zap will kill them with one shot. My Hog Rider does most of my damage for me. My zap is not only useful for zapping minions and goblins, skeleton army, it is mainly in there to reset the zap on the Sparky, reset the Inferno Tower, and reset the Inferno Dragon. My Fireball's in there for value use. Very easy to get extra elixir, positive elixir value out of that card, as well as a direct counter to 3 Musketeers. My Mortar is my like my secondary tower damage. It also is very good at attracting hogs and giants. My Barbarian Hut is specifically for residual damage, overall defense, and stopping people who are constantly playing Hog Riders. And then my the Musketeer is my all-around utility card, useful for offense, defense, any position that you... Very utilitarian card. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into this particular match here. We do our typical elixir courtesy here, where I typically allow my opponent and myself to build to 10 elixir each. And I start this game out playing the Barbarian Hut on the left-hand side, and it just so happens he has the Royal Giant that he's going to push down my throat on the right-hand side. So I put my Musketeer down to counter that. He fireballs me, brings my Musketeer down to near death, close enough where the Mega Minion is going to kill my Musketeer, but my fireball is going to take out his Royal Giant. His Mega Minion and his Royal Giant does get some significant damage on my tower, but I'm able to hold him off. We're maintaining a relative elixir balance here, and we're basically sitting at equal at this point as far as elixir is concerned. I had to get a few hits in on his tower with my Barbarians going up the left-hand side. He immediately puts his Inferno Dragon down, and I particularly love playing against the Inferno Dragon. As long as you keep an eye on him and you make sure you pay attention to him, you don't want to let him go unguarded, because he will definitely fry your tower very quickly. As long as you keep your eye on him, he's a very easy card to defend against. So I'm able, while he's tied up on the minions and the barbarians, the possibility of him doing any damage on my tower is eliminated, and my minions are able to take care of him without even getting across the bridge. He puts the skeleton army down to defend against my barbarians coming up, which is fine. They'll eliminate that. He puts another Royal Giant down, and at this point, I put that Barbarian Hut down in hopes that I was going to be able to zap my Royal Giant to get him to retarget onto there, but I didn't have the zap come up, unfortunately, so that tower is now down to 7 health. and I will not be worrying about that tower the rest of the match. I will pretend like that tower is gone. I will focus all my energy on attacking on the left-hand side here. So I got my mortar down, and I always place my mortar there. If you haven't ever heard me talk about it before, I always try to leave the space in front of my mortar and the bridge. It gives me room to put cards down in front of it, like I did with the ice golem there. And when he put that log down to kill my ice golem, that death damage was enough to cut those minions' lives in half, which allows my zap to take them out in one shot. But what's even more significant about that, it allows my tower to one-shot each one of those minions. So although they were able to take out my mortar, they were not able to deal any more damage to my tower. My mortar was able to get off a couple shots. He pushed that Royal Giant down. I don't like to do this, but I immediately dropped a second barb hut down in the spot that I knew the Royal Giant would target before he targeted my tower. And you notice there, that drop there, there's only two full tiles between my king tower. Excuse me. There's only two. Stop doing that. There's only two tiles there between my king tower and the back of those barbarian huts. That placement is the ideal spot for you to place any of your huts if you want that Royal Giant to target your huts before targeting your tower. Now, if they're more than 3 tiles over to the right of that path, of that lane that the giant is coming down, well, if he's coming down the other side, it would be 3 tiles into the center from whichever lane the giant's coming down. If those huts are further than 3 tiles in, he won't target them first. So as long as you keep them 3 tiles or less in towards the center from whatever lane the giant's coming down, he'll target them before targeting your tower, giving your tower time to shoot at the Royal Giant undamaged. Meanwhile, whatever units your huts are spawning are going to be attacking the Royal Giant. So I'm able to get that fireball off. I waited to shoot that fireball as well until I got another unit on that tower. I could have taken that tower down at any point there, but for 4 elixir, I was also able to do a significant amount of damage to that Inferno Dragon. So if you were wondering why I was waiting to take that tower down, that was the reason for that. So he, in turn, puts his 4 elixir down on my tower, but there's nothing else down here for him to take with that. So his fireball doesn't turn out to be quite as valuable as mine. And Inferno Dragon does end up taking out one of my barbarians, but we get down that Royal Giant before he gets to do any damage to our left-hand side tower. And we're sitting, look at that elixir right there. We're getting ready to go at a full elixir, and he's just sitting at half. So at this point, with 30 seconds left, 2 full health towers, I'm feeling that we're at a significant advantage in the game. I know what he's playing in this game. I know how to counter his Royal Giant. He hasn't been able to counter my pushes at all yet. I've pretty much taken his towers down at will. That Royal Giant there in the center is fine with me because that put him at 0 elixir. It allowed me to put my musketeer down, a full mortar, and my ice golem as he died to eliminate that skeleton army. My mortar gets off a couple shots in his tower. I put another guard hut down on the left-hand side intentionally to defend in case he played another Royal Giant. I got a ball going up in the tower, full health. He does 2 or 3 swings of damage. I got that skeleton army. If he was to play a Royal Giant at this point, he would target that guard hut. So he pretty much, his attack is eliminated at that point. And Inferno Dragon, by the time he takes out one mortar, it already has done 2 hits, taking 2 shots in the tower. Again, the Inferno Dragon is eliminated before I'm about to lose my battery. I'm going to hurry up and get this done before it's tied on me. So there it goes. I got that Royal Giant come down. Restoration move, 218 hit points left in that tower. All it takes now is me to cycle back around to that fireball. Cycle, fireball, and that tower goes down, and that is how we ended up taking down the Royal Giant got with an Inferno Dragon. Both of those cards can be extremely mysterious. I'm glad we were able to take them out, and I'm glad my battery didn't die before the match was over. I'm going to go ahead and charge this phone, and then I'm going to post this up on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. See you later. Be easy.